Hello everybody, everybody's doing well. Closer. This is a video explanation, new message received on the 28th, earlier this week. It's a long one, so about 7 pages or so. Spires of crystal gray, corpses remain where they lay. If you wait, it will be too late. Spires of crystal gray, skyscrapers, corpses remain where they lay. We see that in some cities now with the virus, but in the future, it's coming. Corpses will be all over the place. If you wait, prepare yourself for the Lord, and the final day and your final day will be too late. Dire needs belay dire consequences. Dire needs belay or countermand or stop dire consequences. Consequences here meaning social distinction. So dire needs, the needs of the poor and other people, prevent or stop or usurp or rank over dire social distinctions. In other words, it shouldn't matter. Everybody is equal here in the end. Everybody needs help. All are worthy, no matter circumstances. This confirms that. Virus, now speaking about the virus spreads unseen to eyes. Don't believe all the lies. What it was, 'tis no more. Much more comes, held in store. It's mutating. It's already mutated, and it'll continue to mutate. So, all this returning to normal thing, that's all well and good, but this was just a small dose of what's coming. So it'll be another version of it, a different virus. We'll see. There's more in store. Much more comes that's held in store, yet to occur. You choose well. They who wait plan accordingly for coming date. So those who choose well, those who choose to be patient and wait, not panic, to plan accordingly for what's ahead, for their end, and for difficult times, they choose well. Disperse thy possessions to those in need. Words passed by, time to heed. So start getting rid of your possessions to those who need them more than you do. Take a look at everything. I've talked about this many times. Words passed by, time to heed. All these words have passed by throughout the ages. Now, heed them. Time to heed them. Consequences remain, yet to come. Many to receive, deaf, blind, and dumb. So consequences remain. That are yet to occur. Things are going to happen yet to occur. And many are going to receive who are deaf, blind, and dumb. Busy with themselves and things in this physical world, caught up in this world. They're going to be suffering. Water courses through their veins. Water courses through their veins. Our water, which is 97% water, our water should be changed to wine. That's what Jesus is talking about. Change water to wine. That's symbolic of changing us spiritually. But yet these people that are caught up, they're deaf, blind, water courses through their veins. It doesn't change. Lord knows all their names. Nothing's hidden. What was to come does now come. Those who remain to aid, a certain sum. So what was all predicted, what all was prophecy, does now come. It's Revelations we're in again. It's been over a year now. Those who remain to aid, his servants, me and many others, a certain sum, S-U-M, certain amount. I foresaw all things, the speaker. I foresaw all things. Choice of man now brings termination of the course after things get much worse. So the choice of man now brings choices throughout history, and the initial choice, free will choice, back in the Garden of Eden. Now brings, he foresaw all that. It's probably the Christ or an angel speaking, or God, a message from God. Termination of the course, man's course, comes termination after things get much worse than they are now. Alternate line is after influence of each horse, 4 horsemen. It's our first influence. Influence has been plague. Then it changes. I was there at every step mankind took as he wept. Social distinction. It kind of mentions this, so it's important. Social distinction, moral compass. What you have doesn't denote, thus, social distinction is a moral compass. What you have does not denote who you are or what you are. What you don't have doesn't denote who you are or what you are. Thus, cast aside all things of this world. I've mentioned it twice. I've mentioned it many times in messages. Cast aside all things of this world, not just physical things, but internal things. Rise above, so colors unswirled. So then you can rise above and your colors become unswirled. Again, mentioning colors swirled, unswirled. Swirled would be your soul, your spirit colors, which if they're swirled, they're all twisted up. You're just a mess, corrupted. So rise above, so colors become unswirled. So you become as you should be spiritually, to ascend into heaven. Now, speaking of these, the many people out there, alone and lost, so high a cost. Recompense for choices you bore. So being alone and lost is a high cost. What you get for making bad choices. Those of joy remain unseen, not on a moving screen. So those who are of joy, spiritual, unseen to the eye, and those who are full of joy in life, they're not seen on a moving screen. In other words, saying that those you see on TV and movies and the radios and see all the celebrities and things, they're not full of joy. They're doing these things because they had no joy, because they're empty inside. They crave, they need that attention. They seek inside for what was lost. Highest of value has no cost. The highest things, the most valuable things, are free. They have no cost. I gave much for you to have. Healing comes through an eternal salve. So I gave much. This means this is coming from Jesus the Christ, or it's coming from God. One and the same. Different versions of the same. I gave much for you to have. Gave up much. Suffered much. Gave us much. Provided for all our needs. Healing, this emptiness, this aloneness, healing comes through an eternal salve, eternal healing. Change topics here. Journey ends all too soon. Those who gather, height of moon. Now this is now speaking about those who are gathering around from really across get to the light. Not just me, but around the world, others. Journey ends all too soon. Those who gather, height of moon. We're almost at the height of the moon. So another week will be full moon. Remember, I was mentioning about post-Lent, post-Easter, Passover, and the cycle of the moon. So we'll see another week of that passing. I know 3 new friends has gathered, arrived this week, and 3 new souls specifically that wanted to go to the light, one from the darkness. So journey ends all too soon. Those who gather, height of moon, alternate line, each step closer, blood red moon. So each step closer to blood red moon, the next blood red moon, which I think is next year, a couple years. Effervescence, complete upon arrival. Worry not your own survival. So effervescence is just a glow or a bubbliness, a light is complete upon their arrival to the light. And tell me to worry not your own survival. Tell me not to worry about my own survival. Deeds undone to be complete. So I have deeds that are done. These are all extra credit deeds. All my tasks I was given long ago, I've been completed with those. So these is all extra stuff for me, which is awesome. Deeds undone to be complete. Many souls yet for you to meet. This world you've trod since land of Nod. Again, referencing how long my soul has walked this land. This world you've trod since land of Nod has changed in so many ways, as God foreknew end of days. So again, it's all God's holy plan, God's known everything planned out. Like He knows our path for us, individual paths planned out for us before we're born, and the path that we're going to take, choose, our own free will. He knows, but He also knows the path of mankind in general. Everything that mankind was going to do, He knew of. So you ask, why didn't He stop it? Again, free will. It's God foreknew end of days. I stood upon a ship of glass, across the heavens, saw all pass. So, actual ship of glass, more like a symbolic, like you can see through it, passing over this world and all of His creation, not just this world. So I stood upon a ship of glass, across the heavens, saw all pass. Crystalline nations, shattered to dust. Mankind does as he must. So crystalline nations, all these nations throughout history, like crystal, they just shatter, they collapse over time into the dust. Mankind does as he must, what he wants to do, mankind's will. Alternate line is, God now does as he must. So we have, again, no right to complain about what's going on, what God's doing or allowing to happen. He's doing what he must because we chose to do what we must. Auras of angelic resonance deliver evil's comeuppance. So there's auras of angels, different types of angels, they're delivering evil's comeuppance, evil's punishment. These angels are of a quality not seen before, mentioned only in ancient lore. This has been mentioned before about beings, heavenly beings, angelic beings, long forgotten in the ancient lore. They are here now. Strength and fortitude, their strength and fortitude of highest magnitude. So very fortitude here meaning firmness of purpose, strong fearlessness, toughness of spirit, and strong-mindedness is what fortitude is meaning here. So very, very strong, powerful angels, the highest magnitude. They were set aside until the day when darkness would no longer hold sway. This again confirms we're near the end. Be thee simple, be thee meek, granted to those who truly seek. Answers to the question why cannot see it with naked eye. So if you be simple and meek, you'll be granted to those who truly seek. By being humble and meek, the answers to the question why. And all the questions why. You cannot see it with naked eye. Every spirit, heart. Open doors come to those who desire most heavenly repose. So the doors will be open. Remember, ask, seek, ask, and knock. I'll talk spiritual, not physical things. All else falls to join the dust. Whence it came, return it must. So everything in the physical world returns to dust. Joy to behold for all eternity, granted by He of holy paternity. That's the Christ. Changes back topic again. I came now not to denounce. He's here now. He does not reveal himself to the visible eye. I came now not to denounce, simply but to thus announce. The time is nigh to put aside all thy burdens, nowhere to hide. Cleanse thy soul of mortal need, no place in heaven for hate and greed. All these things that you yearn for, desire, for physical nature, of the physical world. Put them aside. Be done with them. I mean, outside your need to eat and drink, stuff like that. Put them aside. Cleanse thy soul of mortal need, no place in heaven for hate and greed. Lust for things of mortal earth will keep thee from thy rebirth. They will. Journey of ascension, not as you think. Ones that think, oh, I'm gonna come down and rapture, take us all up. Everybody hop onto my bus, and we're gonna all go float up into heaven. No. Mortal man stands now on the brink. Page turn here. Test for each, test for all. Pay attention to hear the call. You're not paying attention, you're not going to hear it. What you choose alone. That's your free will. Evil's influence, God can't condone. So even evil is not allowed to influence your final choice. Purge thy soul of all excess. Greatness attained when one is less. Alternate line, higher value on what is less. So purge thy soul of all excess. Again, referencing getting rid of things, internal, external. Desires of the lusts of the world, lusts of the flesh. The flesh being the world. Life. Purge thy soul of this. For greatness is attained when one is less. To become great, you must become less than yourself. A higher value is placed on what is less. Lower stature in life rises unto place of honor, few shall view. All these are exalted themselves, he's famous and rich and wealthy and powerful. Back of the bus, end of the line, guess where? They ain't gonna make it. So you ask yourself, better to seek a higher end result or a higher beginning? Your choice. Place of honor, all few shall view. Where, oh where, thy child of grace, come unto me with thy face. As Jesus said, come unto me as little children, pure, unpolluted, unprejudiced, uncorrupted. So come unto me with thy face. Where, oh where, thy child of grace, come unto me with thy face, as the face of a child, like a child. Music soars upon angelic wings. All of heaven constantly sings, praising God. Praise unto God, he most high. Be of faith, not of naked eye. Faith, again, is belief in what is seen, unheard, unseen, unheard. You want to be above that, strive to be above that, which is knowledge, knowing, certainty. Pour forth thy love unto thy sacrificial offering, not coin of Caesar, all are proffering. So God doesn't need coin. Right there again, he doesn't need coin. He goes, donates to church. Foolishness. Pour forth thy love unto thy sacrificial offering, love of God, respect of God, your burdens, your attention, your graciousness, your thankfulness. Not the coin of Caesar that all are proffering, all are asking for, or putting forth. Foolishness. What is God's is already his. Coin, money is already his. It comes from this earth. It is already his. All that was, all that is already his. See thee not with splintered eye, pull it out, lest thee die. Again, as Jesus Christ said, to see clearly, you must pull the splinter out of your own eye. You're criticizing others or blaming others or saying this or that. But if you're seeing unclear because you have a splinter in your own eye, you need to take that out. Eye of a needle can't pass through. Understand all I told unto you. Again, referencing the wealthy man. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it into heaven. So eye of a needle can't pass through. Understand all I told unto you. So now's the time. People, gotta be getting ready. Read it well. Understand all I told unto you. Read it well. Read it again. See past words, put the pen. So read the Bible, read the Talmud, the Quran, holy books. Read them and read them again. Ask for discernment. See past the words that put the pen, which have been corrupted by misinterpretations, authors' influence and opinion, and control of the churches. So see past these words, put the pen. Gain thee wisdom with open heart. Upon thy passing, soul then to depart. If you open your heart, your mind will follow. Do these things, you will pass into the light. You'll be ready. You won't be fooled or tricked. Because once you leave this body, darkness is there still, too, waiting to draw you away. It can't take you away. It can draw you away. Upon thy passing, soul then to depart. Alternate line, learn the truth that they impart. The words impart. Forsake thee not these words of grace. With thy God, no time, no space. Again, space and time don't exist with him. Limit not who is eternal. Love thy Holy One, eternal. Don't put limitations on God and love the Holy Mother, Mother of God. Love thy sister and thy brother, thy neighbor. These are commandments. All of mankind related to each other. Lift them up. Do not smother. Help each other. Voices cry out from every corner. Mother of God continues to warn her. She does. Medjugorje, other places. She continues to warn her. Children of every flock that's from around the world. Time runs out upon the clock. Give unto God what is God's. All can become his lightning rods. All can become his warriors. Join the fight. Many shall do once they gain the clearer view. Some have sent up to the light because they're called forth because they were warriors before. They were had certain aspects, the things they did in life, the qualities in life that God had need of. So you can become a warrior of the light. You can be involved in this battle against evil. So you should be ready for when it's your time, so you can go. Be processed, be cleansed, renewed, purified, join the light. Maybe helping in the light, or maybe helping battle darkness. I don't know. More to come once you pass, many more continue to mass. So many more comes to pass once I pass, once I pass this world, or once I pass these souls that I gather, which is the meaning I got from it. More to come once you pass, many more continue to mass, referencing that many more continue to mass in other places. Appointed times, appointed places, some to behold their faces, some will behold some of their faces. Sense of those, we see their faces materialize in spirit form, see their faces in heaven when I return. Sense, S-C-E-N-T, smells, fragrances, of those you once knew, announce their presence unto you. And if you read what I wrote, a friend, Barbara, a friend from a couple hundred years ago, returned right before this, the day before this message, I believe. Announce their presence unto you. And last night was sent Paula and Marcia, who are a wife and a daughter from a previous life, announced their presence, which I've already known them to be around me a lot. First didst come, you well know, each along the path you go. First didst come, well, you know, that's referencing Barbara showing up. Each along the path I go. When I go for a walk at night in the parks or wherever. Floral be past returns. Know that each truly yearns to aid thy cause celebrate up into thy final day. So floral be a floral scent. Floral be the past returns, past friends return. Know that each truly yearns to aid my cause up until my final day. Joy awaits thee unbounded. Darkness tempts all confounded. So joy awaits me, endless, it's eternal. Darkness's attempts will all be confounded. Peace unto thee, my friend and brother, blessings from house of thy mother, Mary. She gazes upon thee with loving eyes, nothing ever truly dies, that seeks the light from which it came. Father knows thee by true name. So nothing ever truly dies. Jesus said, those who believe in me shall never die. And those they be dead, they shall live. They shall be risen up, which is what these ones in the mist are doing. Father knows thee by true name. My true name, Alathiel, knows each of us by our true name, a soul name. And it's signed peace. So, Lord, thank you, Jesus Christ, thank you, God, praise God. So I hope that gets some meaning to you, enlightenment to you. Again, just don't wait. Prepare thyself. Start getting rid of, again, I've said this many times, start getting rid of the little things that you have stored up in the storage places or in the attic or in the basement or in the garage. Start going through and getting rid of stuff. Like, again, the rule of thumb, if you haven't thought about it or used it or seen it in a year, outside of, seasonal stuff, then get rid of it. You don't need it then. You don't need it. I say some things for decades. Like, oh, I'll do that when I'm older or that time or retire. When time arose, the row arrived, and it's like, I'm not into that anymore. So I was like, oh, let's get rid of it. Then start looking at things that are visible, that are out. Okay, do I really need to have that here? It's just another thing to dust, another thing I have to move around. I don't really notice it. Don't sit there like you sit there and stare at it. Oh, that's wonderful. It's like, take note of the things around your home that you're like, I really even notice that. I mean, I had wall to wall, floor to ceiling stuff, art hanging, like pictures. I was so caught up in working life, I didn't sit and stare at it. I went by it all the time. Maybe a glance. So I didn't miss it. I promise you, you will not miss it. You will feel more and more liberated. It's way easier and less stressful to live without all that stuff than to have it. Then you're caught up like, oh my god, I gotta work harder, I gotta work more to make more money so I can keep this stuff. Then you end up getting more stuff and getting a bigger place. It's just crazy. And then when you get old, you lose it and you give it away, or lose it, have it taken away, or you pass away and it's given away to somebody else. It's nuts. Start to prepare now, brothers and sisters. Peace of Christ. God bless and stay safe.